What's going on, everybody? Spunky Nights 91 coming you guys with another video. So, recently about 50 coaches and executives from around the NFL recently compiled a list of their top quarterbacks around the league. Carson Wentz fell into what they call the tier 2 of quarterbacks. I'm gonna read to you guys the article here and what they had to say about Carson Wentz. So, with that said, let's get started. So the article starts off saying that Carson Wentz has gotten mixed reviews in quarterback rankings all season long, landing anywhere from 7 to 11 on several opinionated lists. How Wentz is viewed around the NFL is what's most important. And recently, Mike Sando of the Atlantic spoke to coaches and executives around the league for his annual NFL quarterback tier rankings. The rankings are based on voting and a point scale submitted by over 50 coaches and executives from around the league. For Eagle fans, the reviews were overwhelmingly positive, with Wentz getting his top tier stamp of approval and a tier 2 ranking. So here's what he had to say about Carson Wentz. A lot of coaches around the league had to say about him, coaches and executives. It says that a good chunk of voters think Wentz will be a 1 if knee and back injuries hadn't forced his career to take a detour. He's a 1, an offensive coordinator said. We played him. He made 4 to 5 throws. I really did not think he could. He has great confidence, great stature, big arm, competitive. He gets more than he should. But he played young and should grow out of that. Here's what another person had to say. We have played him, and our head coach thinks the world of him. And I think he is a great player and a strong athlete. That's what the defensive coordinator said. Excuse me on that one. I just don't know. I just don't know his ability to read it, to read it and have touch passes. He can throw hard balls in there, and he has a super strong arm. I do not yet know if he has touch and feel to ascend. He is he is damn good, and he can run, but he does not play with a calm to him yet. A coach who studied the Eagles said he overreacts things, and it is not smooth, and it is not smooth and poised like a guy who has done it a long time. He will get there. A personal director used the term Andrew Luckish to describe Wentz. So you wonder who's the tier 1, the tier 2? Here it is right here. In the tier 1, this is their ranking. They have Aaron Rodgers, the Green Bay Packers quarterback, at number 1. New England Patriots quarterback Tom Brady at number 2. New Orleans Saints quarterback Drew Brees is at number 3. Kansas City Chiefs quarterback Patrick Mahomes is at number 4. Indianapolis Colts quarterback Andrew Luck is at number 5. Phillip Rivers, quarterback for the Los Angeles Chargers, at number 6. Ben Roethlisberger, Pittsburgh Steelers quarterback, at number 7. Russell Wilson, the Seattle Seahawks quarterback, at number 8. Here is the tier 2, the tier 2 quarterbacks. Carson Wentz, the Eagles quarterback, of course, is at number 1. Matt Ryan is at the quarterback of the Atlanta Falcons, at number 2. Matthew Stafford, the quarterback of the Detroit Lions, at number 3. Deshaun Watson, the quarterback of the Houston Texans, at number 4. Jared Goff, the Los Angeles Rams quarterback, at number 5. And Baker Mayfield rounds out the list at number 6, quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. So my thoughts on that are, I think it's fair. I think it's very, very fair. Any Eagle fan that's arguing about this list, that's mad about this list, you really shouldn't be, man. We know how good Carson Wentz is. We know how good Carson Wentz is when he's healthy. The problem is, though, the past 2 seasons, Carson Wentz has not been able to complete a full season. So I think the ranking right now is very fair, and I do agree with what some of these coaches said about him as well. If he can stay healthy this year, man, and go out there and have the year that I'm expecting him to have, maybe next season we'll be talking about him as a tier 1 quarterback. And at the end, they said Andrew Luckish to describe Wentz. And me personally, I'm a huge fan of Andrew Luck, man. I love Andrew Luck, man. He's one of my favorite quarterbacks in the entire league. And if Carson Wentz could be anything like Andrew Luck, I'm very, very I feel like we're very blessed with that. They have very similar. Their careers have gone similar ways as well. Andrew Luck has dealt his share of injuries as well. He came back last season and put up some great numbers. Was the comeback player of the year. So I'm hoping that Wentz, obviously having the 2 back-to-back season-ending injuries, will come back next year and be in the conversation, not just for comeback player of the year, but also be in the conversation for MVP. I expect him, with all these weapons around him, to be in the conversation for MVP. I don't think that's asking for too much. I think he should be an MVP candidate. So, no, when it comes to skill-wise, talent-wise, Andrew Luck and Carson Wentz, they have very similar, style of play. Both have very strong arms. They both can read defenses very well. They both can move. Very mobile quarterbacks. They both can move very, very well. So they do remind me of each other a lot. And like I said, I like Andrew Luck a lot. I think Andrew Luck is absolutely an elite quarterback when he's healthy. He played a full season last year. Great comeback for him, man, after being injured the past couple seasons. I hope that he stays healthy for the rest of his career. I wouldn't mind seeing an Andrew Luck versus Carson Wentz Super Bowl down the road, a Colts versus Eagles Super Bowl down the road. I think that'd be one hell of a Super Bowl. Frank Wright versus Doug Pease in the Super Bowl. That would be a great Super Bowl matchup, I think. But I like Andrew Luck a lot, man. And Carson Wentz definitely, when it comes to any quarterback in the league who I think is similar to Carson Wentz's style of play, I think Andrew Luck is. I think those two are very similar in their style of play. So yeah, I think the list is very fair, man. I think it's very fair. Carson Wentz come off of 2 back-to-back seasons in the injuries. I think it's very fair where he ranks right now. I don't think you can ask for anything better right now. Carson Wentz has a lot to prove. He definitely has a lot to prove. He has to show that he can not only stay healthy, but also return to that MVP form that he had in 2017 before getting hurt. So yeah. Sometimes I do agree with somebody said here that sometimes Carson Wentz hold on to the football a little too long. That's something that Carson Wentz definitely has to work on, and I know he will. Gotta get rid of that ball a lot quicker, definitely get rid of that football a lot quicker. But I think with time and experience, he definitely will get better at that. But yeah, I think it's a very fair list. I can't argue with this. Any Eagle fan that is arguing with this, I would like to understand why you're arguing with it. Yeah, he definitely is one of the top quarterbacks in the game when he's healthy. Crossing my fingers that he stays healthy. Hopefully he stays healthy, man, and goes out there and has a monster year. When I look at this list of quarterbacks, man, obviously a great name, big names in the NFL right now. All these quarterbacks, man, big names in the game. They're all ranked overall where they should be ranked at. Maybe I would switch a couple players around over the other, but overall these guys are pretty much ranked where they should be ranked at. All these guys have had success in the NFL. Carson Wentz, I think when it's all said and done, I think Carson Wentz is gonna be in the top. He's gonna be in the tier 1 next season. I think he definitely will, and I think he's gonna go on to do some very special things for the Eagles throughout his career. I already told you guys, man, I expect 2 to 3 Super Bowls in the Carson Wentz era. That's how much I believe in Carson Wentz, his talent, and the talent around him. I expect 2 to 3 Super Bowls during the Carson Wentz era. There's no ifs or buts about it, man. Carson Wentz is very, very good. He's very, very talented. He's shown us what he's capable of, man. And crossing my fingers and hoping to God that Carson Wentz definitely stays healthy next season. He stays healthy, man, then the sky's the limit as to what the Eagles can accomplish. But yeah, I'm gonna read this list to you again. Here's the tier 1 of quarterbacks: Aaron Rodgers, Green Bay Packers quarterback; Tom Brady, the New England Patriots quarterback; Drew Brees, the New Orleans Saints quarterback; Patrick Mahomes, the Kansas City Chiefs quarterback; and Andrew Luck, the quarterback of the Indianapolis Colts; Phillip Rivers, the quarterback of the Los Angeles Chargers; Ben Roethlisberger, the quarterback of the Pittsburgh Steelers; Russell Wilson, the quarterback of the Seattle Seahawks. In the tier 2, Philadelphia Eagles quarterback Carson Wentz; Atlanta Falcons quarterback Matt Ryan; Detroit Lions quarterback Matthew Stafford; Houston Texans quarterback Deshaun Watson; Los Angeles Rams quarterback Jared Goff; and round out in the list, Baker Mayfield, the quarterback of the Cleveland Browns. So yeah, Carson Wentz, man, very smart guy, always eager to learn, man. He wants to learn and wants to get better. Very, very competitive. Carson Wentz is definitely going to go on to have one hell of a career. I'm very certain of that. But you guys let me know anything in the comment section. Do you agree with this list? Tell me why not. But as always, go Birds, man. As always, go Birds. Spunky Nice 91 is out of here. Fly, go fly. Peace.